To export flow paths as step files from the Gen3D software, simply select all of the flow paths, either by holding down Control and clicking on the flow paths, or clicking the flow paths input field in the project panel. Click on the File tab and click Export. Select the step file option from the export options and click Export. Input a file name for your export and click Save. This will create a Boolean version of the flow paths that will lead to openings for both flow paths being present in the design. This can be then imported into CAD systems for further editing, simulation, or analysis. If you have imported step models that you want to export at the same time as the flow paths, then click on the model, and within the Designer tab, set this model to be a solid by clicking on the Solid button. To export the flow paths and the model as a Boolean set of objects, simply select all of the flow paths and the models that you want to export in the scene. Click the File tab and export, remembering to set the export file type as a step file. Again, you can see the flow paths have been booleaned out of the solid, and we now have a clear fluid channel passing through your imported step model. In this example, all of my flow paths are internal to my model. If I want to export the flow paths as cutouts from the model, I can do this by selecting all of the flow paths and setting the fill type to be void. I'll select my imported model, click on the Designer tab, and set this to be a solid. To export the Boolean component, I select all of the flow paths and the model, click on the File tab, click the Export button, and export this model as a step file.